The name of this video is going to be I do things that I don't want to do, and it's up to me to make a change. I'm going to try to remember this shit when I finish recording it, but today is April 21st, 2022, and I guess they said a lot in your life, it takes a lot of goddamn, depending on what you're going through, it takes a lot of how you built. It takes a lot of emotional I guess soul searching to really get it done. Like me, I'm play the blame game. I blame my mom for the choices I make every day. Like, I just cooked a bunch of chicken that I bought, and I had some in there from a month that their sell date said by a month before, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cook that. I really don't like eating meat because of the simple fact that there's so much shit that can go wrong with salmonella and all this shit. Just anything you do, like, it's not going to be hard. I guess, like I said, I'm playing a blame game. Like, my mom is the reason why I be overeating and shit. And it's like, seriously, because, you know, I've captured the essence of what I've been programmed to think is beautiful. Women that are petite, women that, you know what I'm saying, seemingly had more confidence than her or me or whatever the case is. I'm basically going to work every day and coming back home, and I have a lot of emotional triggers. There are a lot of people I grew up around, and like in the demographic I'm in, I'm not sure how big a demographic is, but you can always run into the same people because depending on the level of stress that you experience, you will run into these people on a constant basis, simply because, you know, we grow up, we basically, all these rap songs and shit, we're growing up in the ghetto and we're being taught a street mentality by force and by just by law. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why certain dynamics exist. You know what I'm saying? There are people that have experience with both sides of the law, and that's why I guess being that some people just got it and some people just don't. Some people, like I say, they say you can't change the fate of your life, but you can definitely, like I said, life is like a Grand Theft Auto. You can definitely keep at it and try to do something better. You know what I'm saying? My mom is getting older now, and I'm pretty sure if she was gonna do something, she had me, and if she could not change that fact. And I just want her to know that I think about that. Look at my teeth. I'm getting older. I notice my aging. It's a lot of stuff I do that I don't want to. You know, when you're born, you start when you're in, I guess, developing in your mom's fetus, you're using energy. You're starting to develop, and once you come out, that's when shit really get cracking. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess what I want to do is stop eating bad foods. Like, I do not value eating meat naturally. So it's something that I'm not passionate about. So that's why I just want people to know, like, I take my time. Like, I try my best to do what I do. People are loyal to what they loyal to. You know what I'm saying? I don't value eating meat, and it just depends. Like, I know in a general sense I just need submission, and everybody ain't got it. I'm not no damn chef, but I know people that are and that can make you the best damn checker burger you ever damn seen. But sometimes it's not about, you know, what you want. Sometimes it's about what you need. You know what I'm saying? And most people, when they experience a certain level of stress, they need submission. natural submission, genuine submission. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are going to look better than the next because we have been encouraged to have a certain level of confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not bringing no baby into this world, because in essence things balance each other out. Most people that grow up in the ghetto and in a place that thrives in dysfunction, their children are their detox, because their children represent innocence. And what you can do is try to sympathize with them and try to make sure they don't go through the same shit that you go through. So I guess in turn, there have been a lot of people that I grew up around that have made intellectual moves based off the fact that, hey, this is reality. The reality is you're growing up in a world where you can go through about 100 million things and plus, and the least that I could do is sit here and, prepare you to stress. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain people get, I'm not gonna say they get put on pedestals, but certain people earn things, some people don't. But like I've said, life is like a bit cliche sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying, I've heard it's a book called Bad Things Happen to Good People. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, being a female can be hard, especially when you grow up and you get your first sexual experience, and it could either go good or it can either go bad. But from my experience, it went bad. I actually stressed over craving penis, and it's not because I want to, it's because I had to. I don't even know what that makes sense, but yeah, like I just ate some meat and I just feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. So that's just something that I'm gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna really change anything because I've eaten meat for over years, but it's something that I'm tired of doing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why people stress before they leave this earth, because you have to create new things for yourself to do. That's why I've sat here and wrote all this music, Wiz Khalifa, something new, analyzing people's lifestyles and conversations. And the reverse psychological effect is me being able to say, well, I contributed to that. You know what I'm saying? I contributed to, a spirit of optimism, by listening to a bunch of people that perhaps were happier than I was. And at least I get to say that I was a part of that experience in some type of analytical reverse psychological way. It kind of makes you feel good about yourself no matter what you do. Like when it comes to a job, somebody might be good at flipping patties, simmering meat. Me, I've been around people I just, not too long ago, I got hit by a car, and I wasn't mad because I'm sitting here getting mad about the fact that I got all this body fat and I could just be like some perfect looking thin person. And I'm like, in essence, in reality, my body fat gives me a sense of security. And what I mean is, all I did was, like, once I felt a little pain when I got bumped by the car, I just kind of shook that shit off and realized that, hey, my thighs are thick and it's not gonna be that bad. You know what I'm saying? It'll be different. I think that's my thing. Cause I'm like, I can't really, like, ponder on things too long. You see people, I call them bags. When you have black circles under your eyes, it's a form of stress that's flowing through your body. So it's a lot of triggers that I have. You know what I'm saying? And I say the people that I grew up around, I'm like, everything in my life happened naturally. Like, I don't want these people to think, you know what I'm saying, you attract what you put out. You know what I'm saying? And I I stress when I eat meat, like I've said before. So you could tell, if you don't know, if anybody watching my videos, that's why I make these videos, to goddamn have self confirmation for basically who I am and who I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being a damn mental person, and being appreciative that I'm even out here is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up that life have led me to comparison. What Kevin Gates said, comparison is the killer of all goddamn something. But in essence, that my life did lead me to compare myself to a lot of people based off, people forming paradigms in my mind and teaching me things that they basically knew off the top of their head. So I can't blame them, and that's why life is about to fight. You see what I'm saying? I have people in my life that are toxic for me. I have a cousin, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be around certain people that we grew up around. It's not out of hatred, it's out of love, it's out of listen. If you really want to clear your mind, you're going to have to you're going to have to stay away from what you know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying with my grandma and shit, I'm like, you young. You know what I'm saying? You know, you grew up a certain way, you're a conformist. Me, I'm sitting here realizing that half these people that you grew up around, they formed an opinion about half of my family members, and I still don't forgive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was taught, though. I was taught that I should take things. I was taught that, you know what I'm saying? I took shit to the heart because it just happened, fake wise. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, for example, the street mentality. A lot of people, a lot of us are punishing ourselves because of being silent, because of doing things that not necessarily good or bad or whatever the case is. A lot of people that live lifestyles, like they say cliche, money makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about, human beings being put on a pedestal for the way they look, kings and queens, gluttony and all that stuff. People just, it happened naturally. People placing stipulations on the way we should move and think. You know what I'm saying? It happened naturally. A man be able, the reason why I feel like, men should not take it to an insult that I would like to cut my breast off and form a man chest, because it will give me confidence based off my own level of intellectualism. Because in reality, life have led me to grow up around a bunch of older people that really didn't have no functional way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? But like they say, it's about survival of the fittest. A lot of people had to do shit to survive. Like, there's a guy that I know of, his dad had sex with my grandma, and you know what I'm saying, this whole male mentality, going around girls and flashing your money and shit, it happened naturally. And I'm like, that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is I'm forming jealousy for men based off the fate of my life. I've met some women that come from islands and they grow up and they grow in their own products and crops and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I think, like I've said, my grandma and I are nothing alike. She seemed to be comfortable with her identity as a Southern belle. And I grew up on a farm, and I'm going to eat my damn soul food because my mom fixed this for me. And I think that my grandma is a big part of why me and my mom are turning out to be the women that we are. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? After meeting certain people and see what they look like because they don't eat grease or they don't do this, they don't do that, I'm like, no. And it's like, the older I get, it's never too late. As long as you're living, it's never too late. And that's what I need to know. So what I need what I'm trying to say is, life balances itself out, like I just said not too long ago. And I need to regain energy. You know what I'm saying? I need to stop eating meat and all that shit, because that's not something that I'm passionate about. I need to be a vegan. You know what I'm saying? Rain, sleet, or snow. And at the end of the day, I'm not valuing myself because I'm sitting here putting shit inside my damn mouth that I don't like based off the fact that, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? My little sister straight. I made sure they ain't got no pouches on their back. Everything is pretty much a bit alright. But you never know what would happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live comfortable, but it's just fucking hard, man. It's like it's so much shit that could be done. You know, being viewed as an insecure person, actually feeling that way, somebody teaching me this concept, it's a bit overbearing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I just need to do that shit. Stop eating it. It's okay that, it's okay to have war wounds because people will respect that. You know, motherfucker be like, damn, you used to be 4,500 pounds, now you go 135. You know what I'm saying? People respect the struggle. They respect the game. I told them folks in that outdoor therapeutic program, I didn't know who I am. A lot of your energy has a lot to do with how you draw in people. I'm like, I'm working at Checkers, and I'm like, you ain't gotta eat there, you know what I'm saying? But pull up and get you a burger and look at this shit and be like, hey, those people work that Checkers restaurant. Give people upliftment, because that's the only way that's gonna stop people from going out here and acting a damn fool. Okay, some people have been born into lives where they ain't having nobody rejecting them. Everything is hunky dory and perfect. It seems that way. You know what I'm saying? Just like you look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross is a big man, and you capture the essence of the moment. That's what those videos represent. Diced Pineapples is one of those songs I wrote when I was saying most people that living in the ghetto, where a place where dysfunction thrives, you're creating routines and things that make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? That island life, sunshine, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I meet from Isaac be like, you want to survive a day, because they don't think this and that and the third. But I'm like, I ain't even cold nature, so I would definitely enjoy that. What I would need to do is study what can I eat and what I can't eat to actually survive and stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know what I'm saying? Men, there is a myth that I heard that women live longer than men, and maybe we can handle a certain amount of pain, but that's just, the whole concept of separatism. I would never know because I don't know. But what I will say is, it's funny that you know, certain people will not be able to experience a certain amount of stress that others will, and at the end of the day, some people got more struggle than others. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Me, I'm not sure who taught me the concept of jealousy and all that, but there are people that ring in my head that I need to stop listening to. But that's the point of, I don't know. I just need to realize that there are people that just have vendettas against me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that I know that speak pig land, I'm attracting these people. I'm gonna have to let these people go. I am so serious. Like the men that I know that speak Geechee, they all have simple minds. Like I was just watching a song, and I'm like, this little boy is rapping about popping pills and shit. And I'm like, I grew up and I used to take Benadryl to go to sleep because of, you know what I'm saying, the way me not being able to go to sleep because of stress. And I'm like, my mom married a guy who had a kid whose left side of his damn body was deformed or fucked up than the right side. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these are the people that ring in my head. I'm like, why the fuck is who the fuck is these people? That's what I'm saying. These damn crack babies and shit. I know we all need upliftment, but my mama could have did better than that. I'm really gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? If I want to change my life for the better, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, me wanting to me being in a woman's body, my options are limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's too many people with vendettas against me and my family because, for one, some of us are not that attractive, and two, our identity is women. And I just want them to understand that these men do not have our back. You know what I'm saying? Please stop asking these men to look after you. You know what I'm saying? They were using you, they were belittling you because of other women that may have been more attractive. And you really need to realize that these men have had babies with beautiful women and they're going to keep flying themselves and doing this, that, and the third. Like, I feel like I'm being followed. I really want to go somewhere else. Like, I really thought about so many times taking my social security check and just go. Like, you ever seen that movie, Jason's Lyric, when he just like, I just want to get on one of them planes and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to do. I want to get the fuck on, become a vegan, and really stay away from all these people. Start watching all the music. I don't know. Like I said, life balances itself out. That's what I was trying to do with a lot of this music that I analyze, these people lifestyles and stuff, my lifestyle. I'm analyzing things and putting a optimistic vibe around it. You know what I'm saying? Turning it into music. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, game bangers and shit. There are people that have established families. And I'm like, man, it's over with now. This nigga got a whole family and shit. He ain't got no choice but to act and think like a damn man. You know what I'm saying? Like, men don't appeal to me. They never did. I raised myself to, you know, really kind of be strong-minded like that, you know. Because I often ask myself why some of these men can control themselves. But I'm like, shit, once you goddamn dig yourself a hole and you fall in that motherfucker, you might well come back up. Come back out that bitch and dig another one and fall in that bitch and come. Some people do that. That's how some people live. I'm like, some of these niggas, they already have established families and baby mamas and shit. It's over with. It is over with. I'm like, she pretty too. It's over with. Ain't shit I can do about this shit. But my mom, I'm gonna play the blame game. My mom is very much so emotional baggage for me. You know what I'm saying? I think she went to school, and I think that she's submissive to her mom, and that's just how it worked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like sitting here realizing that, you know, even the men we've been around, like Tommy and all them, I'm like, we're intellects and we made very desperate moves just out of the knowledge that we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're gonna face this, that, and the third, and you're just gonna have to face it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the code I live by. You know, take me having natural hair. It takes patience to grow hair, especially when I know me. My hair should be longer than this at this point. It's been growing for 2 years now, or no, a year now, and you know, because it's natural and nappy, it's not growing as fast as I want it to. And you know why? It's because of stress. You know what I'm saying? I find myself pulling on it. This is natural hair. I'm not finna pull on it and then I'm about to let this shit grow out. Literally, I'm not finna put no comb to it and then, and I'm just gonna literally put rubber bands on it and grow me some real natural goddamn locks. And it's gonna take a minute because I don't want my shit to be no part. I mean, I want parts in it and shit, but it's gonna take a couple of years for it to get a little bit lengthy. But the longer it get, that's how I see how my mind works. The longer it gets, but I shouldn't have to operate like that. The longer it gets, the more confidence I feel because that's what it taught me. That's what it teaches me. Like, shit, if you can grow your hair, you can grow your mind. You know what I'm saying? You use simple things in your life. You know what I'm saying? I've been around, you know, people that, you know, pretty much seem to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you know, I'm like, people have gained up on me because of attractive men, and that shit hurts the hell out my feelings. And I'm like, I'm in South Carolina. I know people got kids and shit, motherfuckers playing sports and they move here and there and the third, but I guess I'm from Atlanta for real. I see a lot of people that I grew up in Atlanta, grew up around in Atlanta out here. familiarity, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people are triggers for me, just in a bad way. And I'm like, at the end of the day, we all grew up and had experiences. And staying out here probably is a detox for them too. So I need to look at it like that. But I need to go ahead and get me a license and just live my life. Like I've said, man, shout out to Baby Soldier. I listen to him damn near every day. I actually wrote freestyle raps for him, you know, based off me being down in the dumps about all these damn Geechee people, these damn Creole niggas and shit and bitches. And I'm sitting here analyzing those freestyles and realizing that I was really down in the dumps about the fact that I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, born a certain way. And at the end of the day, I need to just take life for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just ate meat. Every time I eat that shit, I feel like throwing the fuck up. But, you know, life has led me to be this and the third, and I'm just gonna have to let this shit go. You know, my mom, I can't keep blaming her. I'm built a certain way. I gotta just do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's, I was watching that video by Shaq Dizzy like that. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm 29 years old. I'm obsessing over people with how they look. That shit getting old. Like, I don't know. She